Greetings and welcome to another episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. I'm Nathan Varney.
I'm Aaron Sawyers.
And today we're going to be talking about Justice League number 37, the New 52 Justice League from DC Comics. This book goes on sale. As usual, we record our previews or reviews, whichever you want to look at them as, the day before release. So it will be on sale tomorrow. Will be Wednesday, December the 17th of 2014. Also, we generally will all put a disclaimer on here that there is spoiler material in this episode. So if you have not read this particular issue and you don't want to know what happens, then maybe take a pause and go read it and come right back. But moving on, we've got this issue was written by Jeff Johns and art by Jason Fabok. I hope, as with the last issue that we reviewed, we actually reviewed, Pat and I reviewed issue 36 of this, the first part of the Amazo virus. And I hope I didn't butcher his name then or now. So, but nonetheless, wonderful, wonderful art. I've raved about it a little bit in our last. Well, not last episode, but the episode that we reviewed, issue 36. It's just, I really like this style of art for superheroes, particularly like Justice League superheroes. So, well, Aaron, what was your impression of this issue? Like, I know we talked a little bit before we started filming. Once we got just a few pages in, where were you at on this? Because I know you didn't read the issue 36. I kind of gave you an overview of it.
Yeah, wow, a lot going on. The Amazo virus wiping just about all of the Justice League out, except Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. That's pretty awesome. Batman only surviving with his was it hazmat suit?
Yeah, on the roughly the third page of the book, he actually calls the suit he was wearing in issue 36 in this issue the hazmat suit, and the Superman comments on it.
Yeah, they actually address it
about. He's like, "Wait, what? A hazmat suit?" And he was like, "Robin suggested the name." And then later he goes to make reference. He goes, "Well." When Superman asked him how he knew about patient Zero's heart rate, and he was like, "Well, my suit," he caught himself. Was like, "Yeah, I'm probably not going to call this a hazmat suit."
Yeah, after someone says it's kind of a silly thing, then.
But no, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I also like that he blamed Robin for it. But I mean, it was. I don't want to say there was I agree with you. I know you mentioned that there was a lot going on, but it doesn't feel like that it was pulling you in a bunch of different directions this issue. No. I really like the tension that was created near the end of the book.
Oh, yeah.
When you've got like these vertical panels that are one right after another where, Wonder Woman comes on the scene and is helping Superman and Batman try to wrangle, wrangle Patient Zero. It takes Superman and Wonder Woman
to hold him down,
to get this dude on the ground. So, pretty powerful. Yeah. He's already exhibited, like much like the Amazo android, this Patient Zero, who has the Amazo virus, is mimicking. He takes Superman's heat vision and blasts them with it. He even grows wings
because he sees Superman flying.
Yeah. And takes off. So I mean, he's as I think Batman pointed out, he's like, well, this is an organic Amazo.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, so they go through these, and I mean, they're throwing down with him, with Patient Zero, and finally get him down. Superman says, doesn't look like we're going to be able to get him in. Mm-hmm. So they just decide, okay, let's just get the blood sample here. Mm-hmm. So they get him on the ground. Batman goes to and draws the blood, and he gets loose and nails Batman with, I think it was with a blast of heat vision,
yeah.
and breaks the syringe. And this is where the vertical panels are happening, because this battle with them and Lex Luthor gets jumped by Bullet.
Yeah.
Now, I am not familiar with who the Bullet is. Everybody else in this issue I was familiar with, Captain Cold and everyone. But I'm not sure who the Bullet was or is. But nonetheless, he's a bounty hunter, obviously, or a mercenary.
Apparently, there's a bounty on Lex's
on
head.
Lex Luthor's
He
head.
said he was coming to collect.
So they're vertical paneling this, going back and forth. One panel with the battle with Superman, Woman, and Batman, with Patient Zero, and then another panel with Bullet and Lex Luthor, and Bullet pulls the trigger on his gun about the same time that Batman gets blasted by the heat vision. So it was a really nice use of that of those vertical panels to create tension, like of two things going on at once, but it was like, what's going to happen next? And so you don't know what happened to Lex. I mean, Bullet pulls the trigger, but you don't show what happens
until the next.
You turn the page,
yeah.
And there's Batman, and he says, "I've been exposed." Is the heat vision blast that he'd sustained from Patient Zero cracked his hazmat suit.
Because it's the second time he's been hit with the heat blast.
Yeah, in what you would imagine would just be a few minutes, a matter of a few minutes. And
Lex is on the ground bleeding.
Yeah.
They showed that. They didn't really have any dialogue with it.
Right. So looks like Lex, probably Captain Cold, may also be out. Doesn't show anything with him, but it's very possible that he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Lex is down. Now Batman's compromised, so we're just left with Superman and Wonder Woman here.
Yep.
So this is getting pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So the two people, Batman and Lex Luthor, that you figure would probably be able to develop a cure
down for the count
for this
moment.
are down. So I mean, you've got your two heavy hitters, if you will, your two sluggers, but
yeah. But can they really cure?
Can they come up with a cure for this?
Mm-hmm.
So when issue 36 came and we did the review for that, I actually had not anticipated doing a review of issue 37. I wanted to read it. I mentioned in when we did our issue 36 review that I was interested in reading it, and boy, I mean, it was like, yes. So
I'll probably end up going back and reading 36.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to issue 38. This is the type of story that has always attracted me to reading comic books. It's the kind of story that that makes me want to continue to read comic books. This type of writing, this type of art. There's the story. I know some people may say, well, the story seems kind of basic. It's just this good versus evil, but it's not really good versus evil here.
No.
But nonetheless, it's, good guy punches bad guy hits back, but, there's just so many more layers of story on top of it than just that.
I like the dialogue between Lex Luthor and his sister there.
Oh, yeah.
She's talking about asking why he created this thing in the first place, and he was telling criminals always escape from the prisons that they have. 3 months. Yeah,
I think it was like 86% of metahumans escape their incarceration within 3 months. 1 month if it was Arkham.
If it's Arkham.
I don't know if that was intended to be comedic, but I got a chuckle from that though, because it was like, unless it's Arkham, then you escape in about 15 minutes.
And then he's talking about how he was actually creating this so he can nullify their powers for the time. And she says that she can tell when he's lying, and he says not to worry about it, don't lecture me, and it kind of moves on.
Yeah.
So, and then Captain Cold points out and asks, is this really the reason
Oh yeah,
behind it?
yeah. Everybody's really putting it to Lex, like wanting to know, why on earth did you create this in the first place?
It's mentioned several times. I think,
Yeah.
There's Batman and Superman who are talking about it in this
Yeah.
episode, in this issue too. They talk about, is it, do you think that Lex Luthor put this out there just so he can save the day and be the hero? So,
And Batman doesn't think so. Superman does.
Superman does.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
But this is classic Lex Luthor storytelling using Lex Luthor, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's not just he's not maniacally evil. He's not evil for the sake of being evil. But here it's like, what is his motive?
Yeah.
Did he really create this for some noble purpose, if you will, of helping keeping criminals contained, or is there more to it than that? Of course, everybody he knows believes there's more to it than that because he's Lex Luthor.
He says there's something big coming, and
Yeah.
mentions that the Justice League should have known. But
And he's concerned. He expressed concern over the Justice League being incapacitated.
Yeah.
Like he was kind of like, this is bad.
Yep.
Like, like basically like whatever reason, maybe kind of to hint at whatever reason he did create this Amazovirus for, he anticipated needing the entirety of the Justice League. And now he doesn't have them.
Yeah.
So that's it's gonna be big. It's gonna be very big. Actually, just caught this part here. We had the pages open here to make sure I didn't forget the name of the writer and the artist. On the third page here, we've got Batman has got a crack in his hazmat suit, and that's the very same, if I'm not mistaken. Here, flip over to this last page. That I think it's the very same spot that ends up getting broke open.
I think
Well, no, basically the entire thing is broke open at the end, but nonetheless, it's showing a weak spot there. So that was I
think it cracks a little bit. I don't know. It doesn't show anything after the first blast.
Let's see if we can get a. Yeah, you don't see really another close up of it. No,
No, there's no.
you
real
don't see
close-up.
another. You don't see another shot of that until he. No, right there.
Yes, yeah.
Right there as he's drawing the blood. You can see that crack again. So, a couple of nods, a couple of hints at what's getting ready to happen there. So, there you go. All right.
Definitely a good issue. I'll probably go back and read the last one, and I may actually pick it up and read the rest of them.
Exciting. Yeah. I mean, this is the type of story that I think would translate well into a movie.
Oh yeah.
Or television, either one. But I mean, Justice League is doing a movie with it,
Of course.
But this would be an excellent story.
Oh yeah.
To maybe not as a first Justice League movie, but
after the introductions and everybody's there.
I think this would be a great storyline to take a look at, because it's a very real and pertinent thing. This outbreaks of illness, of some type of crazy, in this case, super virus, if you will. So I think this would be awesome. This would be awesome. So this is definitely great to read in the traditional paper comic form.
Absolutely.
So comes with my highest recommendation.
Absolutely.
For a book.
I'm a guy who actually says I like Marvel better than DC most of the time, but I love it. It's actually pretty cool now. Like I said, I'll probably pick up the rest ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, that's Justice League issue number 37 from DC Comics, the New 52's Justice League, on sale tomorrow. Again, tomorrow. That's December the 17th, 2014. So come down here and check it out. And thanks for watching Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. We'll see you next time.
See ya.